Yo, what's good, everybody? It's your boy K High. Today we have a special guest in the atmosphere, Brooklyn style, Brooklyn's finest, the Don, Young and May. What's the word?
Already. What's the word, gang? You already know. We outside. Let's get it.
Yeah. How you living? What you been up to?
A lot, man. Just being independent, man. Staying driven, staying focused, staying motivated. Also going through, obstacles and ups and downs or whatever the case. But nah, I'm living, human shit, bullshit.
Yeah, as always, as expected. Let's get into this NFT talk a little bit. So you recently dropped the NFT collection with Serenade. It has 5 editions that highlight some of the heat from your first album and just throughout your career. Let's start here. For those who don't know, who are still asking, what is that? What is an NFT, a non-fungible token? I feel like I got to say it proper. But yeah, what is that? How would you explain it to the people?
I'd be sometimes just as clueless as them.
Yeah, me too.
You know what I mean? It's just not. It's more so like. It's just more so like. It's like people gotta understand. It's like also like you gotta know. It's like, all right, say you signing up for a new app.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? You don't know the procedures of it yet. You know what I mean? They say your name, you da da da. So you learn as you go. You know what I mean? And as you get involved with the app, or as you buy a new phone, you get involved with the new phone. It's like the same thing. People look into it a little too deep, a little too scientific, a little too mathematical. When in all reality, it's just more so something to kind of like, I guess, get, take your time on like you do everything else. It's just a day-to-day type thing. It's a new way of making money. It's like, getting a new bank card. You gotta learn your bank card number and stuff like that. So, you know what I mean? Like people think too logical, and that's how it was at one point. Like I didn't really understand it either, and I thought it was like this scientific thing. I had to know the history and all this crazy stuff. You would think, you know what I mean, just by something so foreign coming to you out of nowhere.
Yeah.
But other than that, I just got into this where like my team kind of brought it to my attention. I've seen a lot of people getting involved. The world is changing. We get more digital, of course, as time goes on. It's been going like this, but it's constantly shifting and going up and up and up. So like, I guess it's a new wave to hop on or whatever. And at first I didn't really understand it. My team brought it to my attention, like I said, and just told me like it's like a new platform of artists that's hopping on, that's getting more involved into like more of the digital aspects of like just getting like different looks on like just music marketing and how things go about. You know what I mean? Just like we got TikToks and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Or whatever. So yeah, so I just kind of like, look more into it. I'm the type of person, like I said, I gotta see it to believe it. I can't just hop on anything that I'm not truly understandable of. So we kind of broke down, had a little meeting, and we came up with the idea of just kind of like, if we're gonna go the NFT route, we gotta make it make sense. We don't do anything that don't make sense. It don't matter, period. If it makes sense and makes sense, you know what I mean, type shit. So yeah, you know what I mean. So they kind of broke it down to me a little more. That's one thing my team do. They do bring like different opportunities, something that's gonna be longevity, something ahead of the game on, just to make sure I'm aware too as well.
Definitely.
Yeah, so we had to make it make sense, of course, for me. I didn't want to jump into nothing that was just like, randomly on NFTing and doing all this random stuff to people, like definitely to my consumers that's not really too familiar with it. So what we wanted to do was kind of like, just kind of like slowly like have them have an understanding of like where it's going and how you could benefit. So like we started off with like a timeline of like my career and like how it started from like way back, like 2013, 2014 when I was on the come up, you know what I mean? And stuff like that. Yeah, you know what I mean? Freestyle was going viral on Facebook, on SoundCloud, with SoundCloud rappers. Like we really wanted to like bring that attention more so in this NFT to show like this has been groundwork. This ain't just, we just trying to deliver some cute shit to y'all right now. Now we trying to show y'all the dialogue and how everything just came about from the very get-go. And I know a lot of my supporters know that, but then you got the outside consumers too that don't really know, and they always go from what they see. So it's like, if you do get involved, it's not also that you invest, you also learning more about it as well. You know what I mean? In the process of it. So it's more, to me, it's more a little more deep when it comes to things like this. Like I see everybody do it, but like not everybody do it for, I guess, like certain, like for a purpose, but not like, to me, I'm a little more like personal purpose type person. Like it gotta really mean something for me to really invest in. it got to make me happy when I do it. You know what I mean? It can't be something that don't have nothing to do with nothing with me. Like that's going like I'm not gonna do it if I don't feel like that. So
yeah, no, that makes a lot of sense. I mean, it's
yeah,
right now the whole NFT space. So it's cool to hear you
yeah.
talk about it like from an intentional perspective, because I'm sure there are a lot of people that's like, oh, this hot, I'm gonna just fuck with it for no reason.
Yeah, and I'm not that type of person. Like it's hard for me to be like, oh, this is the hottest thing, and let me get on it. Like I would literally ignore it. I don't give a fuck if the whole world doing it. I would literally walk the opposite way if I don't understand it yet. So like once I understood how I'm gonna do it my way, then yeah, I got more involved. As long as I have control, it's the same thing with labels. Like me signing to a label or being independent. As long as I have control, like it don't matter. Like I'm not against labels. I'll sign to a label, but as long as I have my control.
Yeah. Oh
You
yeah.
know?
Integrity. I was gonna
Yeah.
ask too. It's obviously some fire in here. We talking about Petty Wop. You talked about dating it back to 2013, 2014. The
Mm-hmm.
rap freestyle. What was your
Mm-hmm.
selection process? Because you have plenty of moments in your career, which we'll get into a little bit more later. But yeah,
Yeah.
selection process with just picking 5 out of the many.
Well, of course, we can't do the whole damn catalog. We can't do the whole
Yeah,
damn.
yeah, for sure.
So it definitely was like a little tough little situation because we was thinking about you know what I mean? Like it's so much we could really pinpoint, but it was like it's just like major keys that kind of like set the web to everything else. So like that was really like the main factor of it is just like setting the tone. Like it's like well, first of all, you've been involved with YouTube, SoundCloud, all this stuff way before any like a lot of artists nowadays that's really like that. Now, you was more involved into that before any time. So that's something you got to definitely, show progress of and show that you was already on that wave at first. So that's like the first point. Even though I've been grinding on my life, I can go down the line, but we don't have enough for that. So the main big pins, the king pins, is the ones we wanted. So that was one. That was when I first went viral. Facebook, one of the biggest things talked about. Ended up on Fox News, New York News. New York News.
It was on Fox.
And no, not Fox. That's what I said. New York.
Oh,
New
wait,
York.
bam.
New York one. New York one.
Still, real shit.
Yeah. And then I ended up on High 97 and This Is 50. Like that whole when that first went viral, like that's when a lot of attention became on me. You know what I mean? And I did the freestyle for Flex like before I was even like all that. This was after the whole shit went viral. So that was one pinpoint in my life I wanted to showcase. Secondly, now we come into, of course, was the highlight. That was the crossover. That
Yeah.
was that was the one that brung the hellos. You know what I mean? Like everybody outside now. You know what I mean? And we made New York go crazy. We made the city go crazy. Then we made the world go crazy. And that's how that happened. That's still to this day a classic. Like you cannot not play that in the club and not sing those lyrics. So that's one song I will never forget, never unappreciate because it really made me who I am today, as far as like, as artist wise, like, you know what I mean? Like maturity, not maturity, but like business mind. You know what I mean? Like understanding the industry. Like it put me into the industry more. And I already was street smart. So like to understand the industry is different.
Yeah.
And then Petty Wop, of course, Petty Wop was like that milestone where we coming after now. You understand what I'm saying? We coming after was like a tough thing to kind of like compete with because it was such a big record. I always had that pressure on me. Everybody, boom, boom. You know what I mean? Like, it's just like, what you gonna do? Da, 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 da. So I had that pressure on me for a little minute. So like in between and Petty Wop, I had probably like one of like my sometime lowest moments as, just going from being on the streets and being from just Brooklyn and on the grind to like now being this famous rapper that's everywhere and seeing all these people. And then things start to shift down a little bit just because like, things die down eventually, of course. Like, you're having fun, but you don't realize the longevity in it until you start seeing things. So then that's when I had to refocus my mind, and, once Petty Wop came, Petty Wop wasn't, I wouldn't say Petty Wop was the record that brought me back into life. I would say Walk really was, because Walk is the one that really introduced Petty Wop, because that's like one of the records where I kind of like had to speak on like, they was trying to get me. They were trying to get me out. Like I had to really speak, you know what I mean? Like on just like letting y'all know like I'm coming back. Like they would, like even in the song I say, hey man, don't you ever do that shit again. You know what I mean? Like basically saying to fans and shit, saying don't ever leave like that again.
Yeah.
So I would say that was like the introduction to Petty Wop. So when Petty Wop came out, that was like more like the now I'm having fun again. You know what I mean? So that became like, now Petty Wap became like a annual pool party. You know, we almost platinum now with it. It got over damn near over almost 150 million views on YouTube.
It's already,
you know what I mean? Like, yeah, like it's like, you know what I mean? It became like that next milestone now, like far as like music streams and all that shit. So now we get back into like people's faces again, you know, and then that's when Ooh went 4 times platinum. Now we going, you know what I mean? Like it's just bringing like step by step. So Petty Wap just became like a step for me. Like anybody know Petty Wap knows me. You can't say Petty Wap without me. You know what I mean? And then we got Big. You know what I mean? Big Drip.
yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Now we go into this mode. So it's just like things start to level up. So like we're just trying to create the timeline for the people to understand, like it might not always go how you plan it to go, but you know, like sometimes you got to step back to come back. It's not gonna always be like you might have one part in your life that's just so damn high that it passed the sky, that sometimes you might not ever get back to that point. But that's okay. Don't ever, like, you know what I mean? Like I had to learn how to reverse my mind into understanding that maybe that was just your point of just that part to keep you leveled in a way where you might not, you know what I mean? You don't have to pass that. Yeah. That's just, that was your bridge right there. You know what I mean? Like, and that's just how I started thinking, bro. And like, I went from there. And that's what I just kind of want to give my peoples, my supporters, and everybody to have them understand. Like, just because you might be the highest at, and then you just go low, don't mean that you got to keep up with that high point. You can get right here and just still be good. You never know what might happen. Might go higher than that later on, but right now, don't dwell on that.
Yeah, no, I love that. That's free game. That's free
game. Yeah, that's free game for them. I know. I'm always giving free game. God damn.
For sure. For sure. I feel that though. Hella fire insight. One more question. Yeah. What do you want to get out of it? Like, what do you want your fans to take from this capsule, this pack? Like, obviously, a lot of rappers are into the space, but yeah,
right. Well, basically, what I just said. That's just one way to cover it. Secondly, I just want them to have something of me that I feel like see me, like I said, like I still want to see the results to this, because this is my first one.
Real talk.
You know what I mean? So like I'm not gonna just sit here and cap and act like I just know it all and like, yeah, this is sell you a dream and like a commercial type. Nah, that ain't my style. Like I'm like a fan of other NFT my damn self. Like I don't even know what's really gonna be the outcome. You know what I mean? Like I really want to know. You know what I mean? So I know if I want to move forward with it or whatever the case, like just to see, like, but my most, for real, honestly speaking from the heart, I'm the type of person, like, my team can tell you, like, I probably haven't even talking about this damn NFT since we bring it up. Like, they'll remind me of it. You know what I mean? Because I'm the type of person, I'm out of sight, out of mind. Like, you know, like, if I don't see no, like, any type of results from it that I feel like is, like, like, really, like, meant for, then I just won't care for it. You know what I mean? So, like, I just want to see, like, with my supporters, being that they support me so much, they come to my shows, they buy merch, they do this, that, and the third. And now I'm hearing that they can buy one of my NFTs and make money from it and have a collectibles item out of 250, that out of all these people in the world, only 250 of them you gonna have. And like, to me, that I look at it like, damn, that's like me having my own plaques. You know what I mean? Like, now you got your own plaque of me. In a digital sense, you know what I mean? Like, so it's like different. Like, it's just a new just genre of things. Like, it's just a new whole millennium of things. So I don't know. I just really got to see. And like, that's where I really take from it. Like, I just want them to feel like they got something to me that they can keep like forever. Like it's like, yeah, like I seen her from this part. I seen from this. Like, you can always type back and look on YouTube, this, that, and the third, but now you have something that you can literally hold on to and make money on. You know what I mean? It's not about the money. It's really just about the, like, holding on. Like I said, like, it's like comparing it to like a baseball card, like the most exclusive baseball card. Like, nobody has. You know what I mean? Once you got it, like, you can hold on to it. It's value every year as it go. You know what I mean? You just holding on to it because you feel like it's special to you, but it could be to a point where one day you can sell it. Like art, everything. Like, it's just something like that. It's just digital now.
Yeah, nah, most definitely. And you said it's 250 out of billions of people in the world. So yeah, that's exclusivity. And you know how that goes, especially with cards, baseball, Yu-Gi-Oh,
Exactly.
all that
Yeah, you
stuff.
yo,
Like, kids just
did you
become
mind? Yeah, niggas don't know if I was at Pokemon cards, all that, like all that stuff used to matter back then. You used to have to like go in the grocery stores and put your money in and grab those. Like I bet you to this day, a Pokemon card right now, value is probably crazy.
yeah, what? Yes, I bet too.
Yo, come on, man. That's anime and all that stuff, man. That shit crazy.
Yeah. You talked a lot about your fans and them just having something to gravitate to be proud of. I think zero of your fans would argue against this. Just you sketching yourself into New York City's rap history, just doing your thing, coming back song after song, moment after moment, just proving yourself artistically. The King of New York debate is scorching hot right now. I feel like in the last couple of years, it's probably been about 20 artists that came out and said it. Even you a couple of years ago, you referred to yourself as the queen. So I wanted to ask, what defines the king or the queen of New York? Like, what are the requirements for that?
Well, I'm gonna say I'm the one in the middle because I'm the king and the queen. That's why it's queen with a K, Kween.
Pop your shit.
Like what you thought? That's what it is. You know what I mean? I'm both.
Word.
You know what I mean? I'm the best of both worlds, and that's how I look at it. But like, people gotta understand like the definition of I don't. It depends on people's intake on how they take it as being a king of a city and being a queen of a city. Like, are you talking about numbers or are you talking about respect? Because 9 times out of 10, I think respect really is more than anything. Because if you really like, it's crazy because me and my shorty was just looking at the Lion King, the movie or whatever the case. You know, that's a classic movie.
The
You know what
cartoon
I mean?
live action.
Yeah, you know what I mean? Classic ass movie.
Okay.
We was watching the cartoon one, and we also watched the high HD one, like the one that looked real.
Yeah.
And it really made me think because now that you say that, like people look at value. Value to me is not like far as like numbers and like money. I don't think that associates you to being a king or a queen. You know, it's how we see things. Like money comes, yes, of course, absolutely. But honestly, it's respect and it's about, I guess, humanitarian and just how you carry yourself. You know what I mean? When you look at Lion King, they didn't have like lions ain't have like lions don't have money.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like they
Facts.
don't be like they don't got numbers on the billboards or they don't got like numbers like I don't know like you can't, they don't count their bodies. They don't be like, yo, I ate this many freaking buffaloes and some shit like that. You know what I mean? Like
No,
it's
that's
more
facts.
so just it's just respect. It's just how you carry yourself. And it's like the people choose who the king and queen is. Like you like if you feel like you a king and you a queen, okay, so be it. But whoever feels like whoever is that's just what it is. It's like you can't really say who. It's like at this point, like nobody is like it's nobody that said locked in. This is the king and this is the queen. Like nobody put that in the, like it's not like solidified. Nobody, it's not written on paper. It's not like these people are crazy, bro. When I see that shit, when I be seeing how hard they go, like I love them. Listen, I love my city.
Of course.
I love all the artists out of my city.
Of course.
You know what I mean? I respect everybody that's doing their thing in their own way, how they do it. I ain't against nobody. I don't hate nobody. I do my own fucking thing. You know what I mean? If you feel like you a king, you a king. You feel like you a queen, you a queen. It's just how you feel. But at the end of the day, y'all fighting over something that y'all act like is certified in general. Like if you feel like that, you feel like that.
Mm-hmm.
So what y'all gonna argue about a name of a city that you don't even own New York? Like
I'm saying.
like like are we gonna do that? Then now we could get technical. Like, come on, man. Like it just be too much. Like I can see if you own every company, every building, every concrete, every road, every anything, any corner store. Like New York City is so diverse that how can you even, you know what I mean? Like if you want to get deep down into that, as far as like making an argument out of it.
Mm-hmm.
So we if we talk about music, then say it's about music. Don't talk about the city. Just say it's about music. Just say I'm the king of New York City music.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Or something like that.
That's real.
You know what I mean? So like, is you gonna compare it to the numbers or you gonna compare it to the respect you have out of the city?
Fact.
Now you don't know because it's like, is it my numbers? Numbers come from all over the place.
Mm-hmm.
But having respect in your city from your music, that's a different story. So now I can understand you saying you're the king.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So if you got more respect and more people that appreciate you out the city when you come out there, then that's different. If you talk about just internet stuff and, oh, I'm the highest rapper from New York or whatever the case, that's a different story. What you calling king or queen, you got to make it make sense. So that's why I don't never feed into that. It's just because I know I could dictate the shit out of it. It's just like y'all don't even know how much I look crazy just arguing over a name that where it's just too much for no reason. So like I look at it like I'm in my own lane, bro. I'm in here like this is what I do. This is me. I'm an independent artist. I'm an independent artist, man. I still got to put these on my wall, but like I just do me, bro.
Yeah, pop your shit.
You know what I mean? I just do me, and this is why I say I'm the queen. Like I just say like I'm just the queen. I just do like what I do, man. Like on my own time.
That's wavy. Oh,
you know what I mean? Like my team, we work. That's what we do. We work, man. We work.
Salute
that's
to
it. And that's it. And you just enjoy it. I don't got time. Like I know I'm the queen.
Yeah.
I know I'm the KWEEN. I already know. I'm gonna keep that, and I don't gotta argue with nobody about it.
Thanks.
As long as they solidify that, and that's it, man. Yeah, I don't understand that debate. Still to this day, I ain't see Biggie, Jay-Z, none of them do that, yo.
Right. Nah, honestly, that's why I had to ask. I'm like, let me get your perspective. And you just speaking on the pairs. Like, I used to live in Crown Heights. When I was in Crown Heights versus when I was in Harlem, the queen, the king, the definition was different. So I was like, all right,
yeah,
really entail. Like, so
exactly.
So you got bars on wax with people like Lotto, Dreezy, Hitmaker, Stopbox. You got a heater with Ruby Rose, Don Diva. You was just featured on Corey LeRae's Trendsetter Mountains with Favi.
Yeah.
The woman and rapper going crazy right now. Like, how do you feel about the increased notoriety surrounding them? Because you've been, in the booth for them as well.
Yeah. I love it. You know what I mean? Like I love women, of course. I love it. But but not no, I love it. I fuck with every artist you just named, and just so forward or whatever. I love what they doing. I feel like they need to do what they need to do. You know what I mean? Like I hate when people judge them because of how they move, but they sexy women. They want to be sexy. They want to be sexy. That's how they want to be sexy. Like not everybody gonna be a Younger Man, and that's just like so like to critique, like literally critique like the way that they I guess handle themselves or whatever the case, and just because they got to show a little ass or two here and there, like so what? That's been on.
Yeah, I'm saying.
Like what you want? Like they not gonna they could get like if they want to get like that, they could get like that, and if they want to get like this, they can get like this. Like they still pretty women, they still beautiful women, they still got talent, they still having fun with their music, they still making money. What is the problem?
Yeah, it's a lot of haters out here, a lot of negativity.
Yeah, it's too much hate for me, and it's just like at the end of the day, if you gonna support. If you ain't, shut up.
Straight like that. Straight like that. People rather engage with some shit they swear they don't like, but meanwhile, you typing up whole think pieces, spending your time, thoughts, like that shit don't even make sense for real.
It be, you know what it be for me, bro? It be the men judging.
Yeah.
That's what be confusing me. It's like, why do men have an opinion on what a woman's wearing and how she make music? I just don't understand that. So it's just like, there's a lot of goofies out here, and I get it, but at the end of the day, like y'all really just, I mean, at the end of the day, all the women you just named, like all the beautiful, female artists that's doing their thing, that's talented, man. Keep going, bro. Like I know y'all ain't playing them goofies no mind, because y'all still do what y'all do, but at the end of the day, please keep going. Don't let nobody make you insecure, because trust me, at the end of the day, they definitely the I word.
Yeah, nah, you slick just answer my next question in that. But yeah, for sure, a lot of weird stuff, a lot of goofies out here, a lot of unwarranted negative opinions that hold a lot of weight just in today's time. That shit is stupid. But I do want to get back to the actual tracks. Like, why would you say it's important, or what do you love the most about working with these rising acts who saw you really get in the game and work your way up to the level of, having hits, having notoriety? What's your favorite part about linking with people that are on that journey, early in their journey?
Well, when I linked up with when I did the dot box, I wound up meeting Hitmaker at Hot 97.
Okay.
And he was coming out from an interview. I was actually going into an interview.
Okay.
And he was coming out. He like, yo, I got this all girls record, man. He was like, yo, I need you on it. Like, gotta have you on it, man. Like it just makes sense. And I'm like, all right, bet. Like got his number, got his info. He sent me the song or whatever the case. And I think I was in LA. I think I was in LA at the time. I was somewhere out of town, I'm not sure. And once I got the record, I wound up going to the studio and recording right away. He was like, "Yo, I want you to set the tone." He said, "Because I'm gonna have this person." He told me to have like Dreezy, Dream Dog, Chinese Kitty,
Yep. Shout out to them.
and what's her name? Lotto.
Mm-hmm.
He was gonna have them all on it. So I'm like, okay, At the time, I really didn't know a few of them. I knew Dreezy, I knew Dream Dog, and Chinese Kitty, but I don't think I knew the other girl yet, or whatever the case. So, when he sent me the record, I just listened to it, through a little tone. He said, I just want you to set the tone. I wasn't gonna go crazy because when I heard it, I just felt like it wasn't something for me to be like young and made like crazy. Like, I felt like it was like more so me to speak to the women, like give them a little caption,
You do.
Every now and then. So like that's why I threw the hips on parentheses and
Fire.
you know what I mean? Like fine as Henny in the wine glass, other for the shoes. You know what I mean? Like it was like just my way of just like letting women feel good and knowing like I already know how they act. So it was like setting the tone. And I know when they come on the track, they was gonna come in on some bad bitch vibes, like, yeah, period type shit. But I was more so like I'm just like the like, yo, just hey mama, do your thing type shit. Like, so that's why I guess when he made the song, he let me set the tone. And then that's when everybody came forward. So it was a fun record. We didn't all record together, but when we did the video, we did. And the video was fun. It was dope. I thought it was a dope concept. You know what I mean? Everybody was in their bag. Everybody was cool. Everybody was good on set. And it was just a good empowerment. I think that was a good move for Hitmaker to do at the time, because he was telling me he had like a thought box with all dudes or whatever the case. And I'm like, okay, I didn't know that. And we wanted to be in a remix shit, but that the girl one wanted to blowing up even more. So that's just another way to signify how much women just empowering, you know what I mean, in the business, and how much people want to see, because it was just like, for the first time in a long time, you see a bunch of women on one track and on the song or whatever the case, and everybody bodying, you know what I mean? So yeah, that was dope. And then with Ruby Rose, when I put her on the record, I like Ruby Rose for her voice. Fact. You know what I mean? Like, well, she's a pretty girl or whatever the case, but I didn't look at it for that. I looked at it more like I liked her voice. Like her voice didn't match how she looked, but it did at the same time, if that makes sense. Yeah. You know what I mean? Because I guess her demeanor made her voice match her. If she was a little more like extra, like more like just like type shit, and not like a little more like just like raw sexy, then her voice wanted to match. So like that's what made me like gravitate to her. And I'm like, oh, I ain't gonna lie, I feel like she's gonna be dope like later on. Like I feel like somebody gonna like really like see that she's something, because like her voice just like has a distinct, like to me with music, voice is always a matter. Yeah. Like I don't give a fuck how you look. If you don't have a music voice, it just don't work for me. You know what I mean? I feel like if you don't got this tone or whatever. So anyway, I linked up with her in Atlanta. We wound up doing the song, and we just caught a vibe and locked in, man. And then went to LA and we shot the the LL Cool J doing it type vibe. I don't know if you noticed that. I came up with that concept. I'm like, yeah, we should do this, something different. Yeah. And that was just that. It was cool. Nikki the homie too. We ain't never do a song, but like she's cool on just every other now and then. But yeah.
She got Tip the Surgeon, 8-Day Payday out right now. What else can fans expect?
Definitely. Of course, more music coming on the way, but we definitely got the tour coming up starting April 23rd, which is like literally in a few days. We're gonna be on the East Coast, so we start like the first phase of it because my tour stopped back in 2020 during the pandemic. Whatever the case, that was my first tour, like a first original tour, not first tour, but my first own album tour. That got stopped, so now we're just trying to pace it. So we're doing phase 1 on the East Coast, whatever the case. So that starts the 23rd, ends May 7th. So I'm gonna be mostly on the East Coast, major cities or whatever. And then I'll be in Toronto as well. So definitely going to Off the Yak tour. Make sure y'all click the link in my bio, get those tickets. I got the Off the Yak brand, Nayak brand, or Red VSOP. Make sure y'all go cop that. You know what I mean? That's the new John and era. We got the Doc Johnson, sponsored by my own brand, Play Nice. It's a sex toy line. Play Nice. We got the vibrators. We got the actual package of, you know, the bing bang shing bang bing. So it's called Play
Yeah,
Nice. And then the vibrators is called Power Play.
for sure.
You know, so that's the whole vibe right there. We got what else we got? We got the PSD boxes. Make sure y'all go get those. We got those new features coming out every other day. And yeah, that's kind of about it. So just make sure you're on tour, man. Y'all just be in tune, man. That's what we doing. We got a lot of shit we bringing into. Of course, the NFT about to drop in a couple, probably like an hour or two, the most, or whatever. There's a few things else in motion. Maybe I'm forgetting, I don't know, but whatever. But yeah, that's the vibe. So
For sure. Now, good things in store. I'm gonna let you
already,
go, but I really appreciate it. I fuck with you super tough because you don't bite your tongue. You know what I'm saying? You don't get into the bullshit. Like nothing but respect, even just off the strength of this combo. So thank you for taking the
yeah,
time. You know what I'm saying? Fans, y'all know what to check in on. Young and May.
already appreciate you, gang.
For sure. Peace.